Everybody, welcome to ShiftysClub. This week is the second ever of my sports betting analysis videos, helping you with your betting decisions to the best of my ability. If you haven't subscribed, please do. When I finally hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be eligible for monetization, and I'll be able to invest thousands into greatest videos I could ever make that you will love and laugh your ass off at. I do apologize for those of you who weren't aware of me not making sports analysis video last week because the NHL wouldn't be playing, and I wasn't thrilled with hardly any NBA games or bets. And I wouldn't be able to bet on anything anyway because I was in London for a Pokemon European International Championship. Without further ado, let's get started. Monday, there are quite literally no games in which I would bet. So Tuesday, I see a single NBA game I like, Magic Lakers. The only possible bet I like is Luka Doncic at least 25 points, and I'm expecting the absence of Jalen Suggs to make things very difficult for them, not only guard Luka, but also Austin Reeves. Um, on Wednesday, we finally get our NHL games back, and I'm super excited. My eyes are on the Maple Leafs Lightning game at 7:30. My bet is almost certainly going to be Kucherov to get at least 1 point, but other possibilities I see are the total going over 6.5, as well as Nylander getting at least 1 point. If they have the option, you could also go with Vasilevsky getting over 22 saves, but no more than 27. I do expect around 30 saves in this game from him, but I feel like 27 is more of a comfortable cushion number. Um, Another game I like is Knights Kings. I'm a huge fan of the Kings plus 1.5 and the under. This will almost for sure be a matchup between Schmidt and Kumper. So expect very few points to be scored in this game. Panarin's not 100%, and I don't expect Eichel to do too much because he's sadly to be forced to play more minutes given Howden is out and assistance is day to day. As far as NBA games to go, I really like the Kings Rockets game. Most notably, I like Kevin Durant to get at least 25 points. And this is their easiest game without any doubt. The Kings will offer no real resistance. Levine is out, Hunter's out, Sabonis is out. Durant can easily get 40 points this game. That's it for Wednesday's games. So now to Thursday. The best bet for Thursday is Kraken Blues, and it's the over 6.5. Expect a scoring match between players like Eberle Dunn against Bushevich and Neighbors. I don't know if Deckord or Grubar will tend for the Kraken, but if Bennington tends this game, it's going to 10 points. Expect it. Um, Another game I sort of like is Hawks Predators to go over on points as well. I expect Bedard and Bertuzzi to get theirs in this game, but expect Stamkos and O'Reilly to have a great game that night. Um, Another decent bet I like is the Oilers Kings, with the Oilers minus 1.5 spread. Kings won't be scoring much at all, and it'll be a long night for either Kumper or Forsberg. Um, there's not really anything I like in the NBA for Thursday, so except for maybe like Spurs Nets. The one bet I like is Wemby at least 25 points in this game. It's not the best, but it's the only bet I would take in the NBA Thursday. Um, as far as Friday goes, there's zero NBA bets I like. Um, there are only four NHL games on. Fortunately, I like the Sabres Panthers at 7 p.m. Um, or at least the over in the game. You could bet on Reinhardt to get a point, but the two matchups he'll be facing aren't necessarily favorable for him. I do think Tage Thompson should be able to get a point, but I expect a lot of power play opportunities. Um, I don't really like any other game, but I will be betting on Cutter Gauthier to have at least 3 shots on goal, and there are just too many defensive men on IR for Winnipeg. Um, By the way, Jets Ducks for anyone wondering. Expect him to get his shots. Um, on Saturday, I will bet on the under for the Penguins Rangers game, given how much of the talent is injured. At 3 o'clock, the Bruins Flyers game, I'll probably do Pasternak to get at least 1 point in the game, but the best bet is the 4 o'clock game. The Oilers Sharks game will almost certainly go over. I'll be making this my main bet for the day. Expect McDavid, Draisaitl, and Celebrini to all score at least a goal. The goaltender matchup is less than stellar, as is the defensive men rotation for both teams. Another game on which I'll bet is completely lopsided. It's Hawks Avs. Um, I know my favorite Hawks. I hate to say that about them, but yeah, I not only expect a beating or the Avs to at least easily beat the spread, but I expect McKinnon to score a goal. There are just too many defensive woes facing the Hawks right now. In the Caps Canadians game, I like the Canadians to score at least 4 points. However, the Caps are too unpredictable right now, so betting on the Canadians team over for this game is by far the best option. But I won't be making this bet myself. Bet I will be making, however, is the Ottinger to get at least 23 saves if the option is available. O'Reilly and Stamkos will be shooting flurries, and Dallas is struggling with penalties over the last week or so, and I expect them to open up many save opportunities. If that bet isn't available, then I'm taking Jason Robertson to have at least 3 shots on goal. If you're feeling lucky, you could even take him to score a point in this game. I wouldn't throw much on it, but the only logical bet on the Canucks Kraken game would be the Kraken money line. Now, I don't see any NBA games I like Saturday, so I'm not going to suggest any. Sunday, I see the Knights Penguins game, and I would take the over in this game. I wouldn't make anything in this game except just a small bet. Um, the Jet Sharks game, I really like Macklin Celebrini to get at least 1 point in this game. I wouldn't go as far as to parlay him with Scheifele to both get a point, but it wouldn't be a horrible small bet for those of you who love the parlays. Um, Definitely make sure you don't go too wild here. Keep in mind that Winnipeg is severely shortened with the defensive in depth, making things more manageable for um, Celebrini to get his point in this game. Um, and the last game I'll discuss is Panthers Islanders. I like Sorokin to get at least 23 saves, up to 26. The reason why is simply because I expect them to get heavily penalized this game. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this sports betting analysis video. If you liked it, please let me know in the comment section below. If you didn't like it, please let me know what you think I could have done differently. I hope that every single person watching this makes a profit this week using the knowledge I bestowed upon you. And to close, as I always say, always bet responsibly, never bet more than you can afford to lose, because at the end of the day, anything can happen and nothing is guaranteed in life except death. So I ask that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time at Shifty's Club.